Hey guys! In this video we'll be calculating Gorou's DPS contribution at C0 to C6. Gorou is a Geo buffer that works best with two other Geos in the party. This is because, with only himself as a Geo character in the party, his skill only buffs 371 defense for 10 seconds at talent level 10 to the active character within his skill radius. Even at C6, his skill and his burst only adds 10% crit damage bonus to any Geo damage within 12 seconds after casting it. With two Geos in the party, his skill additionally gives increased resistance to interruption to the active character. And at C6, his skill and his burst gives 20% crit damage bonus instead of 10. Now with 3 Geos in the party, his skill gives 15% Geo damage bonus in addition to the 371 defense bonus and increased resistance to interruption. And at C6, his skill and his burst gives 40% crit damage bonus instead of 20 to any Geo damage for 12 seconds to all of the party members. His elemental burst, though, will always give 25% defense bonus to the entire party regardless of how many Geo characters are in the party. His elemental burst costs 80 energy, which is a lot, so it is recommended to build him with energy recharge sands and weapon. For the artifact set, you can use basically anything with high energy recharge since his only role is to cast his burst as often as he can, to get that extra 25% defense bonus to Itto, Albedo, or Noelle. Now to calculate his worth, I will be using my two Geo characters, which are Albedo and Noelle. We'll be calculating my Albedo and Noelle's DPS before and after applying Gorou's buffs, then we can subtract the result and find out Gorou's true DPS contribution to the team. In addition to that, we'll also calculate his own damage from his skill and his burst. I also want to remind you that Albedo's elemental skill and Noelle's elemental burst snapshot, so before casting their skills, make sure to cast Gorou's skill first. Here are my Albedo stats and his DPS to a level 100 enemies, before adding in Gorou's buffs. Now let's input a C0 Gorou's elemental skill buffs into it, which are 371 flat defense and 15% Geo damage bonus. As you can see, my Albedo's DPS is now increased that much. That is a C0 Gorou's elemental skill contribution to my Albedo. Now, let's assume that Gorou will cast his elemental skill and elemental burst alternately throughout the battle, so let's find out his elemental burst contribution, and then average that out with his elemental skill contribution. Let's add 25% defense for the elemental burst buff, and that is Gorou's elemental burst DPS contribution to my Albedo. By averaging out both contribution numbers, we can see the true DPS contribution of a C0 Gorou to my Albedo, as shown there. Next, I will do the same for Noelle and for Gorou's own damage and constellations. But I don't want to bore you guys with the calculation process of it, so let me just show you the results in the following charts. Now that we know all the numbers, what do you guys think? Is Gorou worth adding to your current Geo team? Do you prefer to run a 3 Geos team or just stick with 2 Geos and 2 other elements? For me personally, I am not comfortable running a 3 Geos team, because I will be having a hard time fighting shielded enemies that can't be broken easily with Geo. But how about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, please like the video, and subscribe to my channel if you like this type of DPS calculation content, because I will try to cover all other characters as well. Make sure to hit the notification bell icon so you don't miss out my future videos. Thank you guys for your continued supports.